Hey guys, this is Nia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make these food pun cards for Valentine's Day. If you missed part 1 of this video, you can check that out. I'll put the link down below in the description box. Now let's get started with the first painting, which are beans. Firstly, I'm painting the red kidney bean. I used a mixture of red with a little bit of brown and purple to make sort of a burgundy color. I use diluted paint as usual for the first layer, and then I keep building it up with more concentrated paint and slowly build up the shape by placing the shadows around the sides. I used quite a wet consistency so that the paint is easily spreadable and it can create smooth transitions. Once you are done with the first bean, I went ahead and painted the second one using the exact same method. To make the color though, I wanted more of a pink fleshy tone, and I did this by mixing some crimson, orange, and a small bit of white, and then building it up the same way as the first bean. Making sure I have smooth transition to suggest the smooth texture of the beans. For the shadows though, I used a little bit of diluted yellow so it has different undertone than the first bean. Then I do the exact same thing for the green mung beans. What I aim for at this stage is to have the main base color of all the beans. I like to switch to different parts of the painting so I can wait for the paint to dry first. Once you are done with all of the base colors for the 3 beans, I used white pen to do the white parts of the bean and some of the highlights. After that, I used the same color as the shadows for both the kidney beans to darken around the white parts of the bean, except for the mung bean where I used a reddish brown tone instead. Once you are done, I did a little bit of final touches to define the shapes more. Then I went ahead and wrote the pun, "I've been thinking of you," and we are done with this one. I mentioned in the first part of this video that I prefer to write the quote in pencil because I find that the color matches the soft watercolors more, but if you prefer, you can always use fine liner to write the pun. We are finally doing the last one of the bunch, a couple of pairs. Like usual, I always start by painting the underlying tone of the painting. In this case, I used a diluted yellowish green color and spreading it evenly. I then went over it with the same color but more concentrated, but this time I left some areas of for the highlight of the pear. While the paper is still wet, I dab a bit of concentrated paint on the wet surface, letting the paint naturally spread across the area. I then added a little bit of pink tone as an overtone of the base color, lightly, just as a slight hint. The pinkish color will blend with the green, creating a pinkish brown color. For the second pair, I did the same method of wet on wet painting, but instead of making the undertone, I decided to just go straight ahead and paint with more concentrated paint, but still very wet to provide the area in which the paint can spread naturally across the water. Then I went ahead and used the pinkish reddish tone and making it spread across, but this time I decided to make the red a little bit more vibrant. than the first one, so it creates more interest. Then I used a brownish green color to paint the top and the bottom of the pear and below the stem. Then painting the stem with a brown mixture. Sorry, I can't give you the exact mixture because at this point the paint has been mixed a lot. Just finish off with the leaves and find the shapes using the color of the shadows of the pear. And we are done with this painting. Go ahead and write "We make a nice pear" at the bottom, and there we have it. Pun cards for Valentine's Day. This is part 2 of the food pun cards. If you like this video and missed the first one, be sure to check it out. I'll leave a link at the end of this video and also on the description box. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye!